God is raising up those who have the conviction of God and not the intimidation of man. Whoa! I don't know if you just heard that. God is raising up a community of people who have the conviction of God and not the intimidation of man. That means people who can hear his voice and not be swayed by the persuasion of men. And that, my friends, is what prophets or voices or oracles or people of God were supposed to be. People of God were his, man, I sense the Lord, his ambassadors, his representatives, his people who, when people were looking for God, they would go to where? They would go to his people. When people would go to find God, they would find God's people. When they'd go to find God, they'd find the prophets. They would find the people who haven't bowed their knee to another altar, to an ungodly altar or an ungodly idol or ungodly way, because inherently they knew. It's funny, just read the Bible. These people would hear about prophets, would know about prophets, but they'd never go to the prophets until the fit hit the shan, until something bad happened and they had to go to the prophets. But guess what? Some bad stuff's going to happen, I promise you, and the Lord is raising up those people who have his voice. People who would represent God, or Christians used to be. Christians used to be those who would actually represent their God. That means we are the address of God, and people could find God right here, right there where you are, because you weren't sold out to the culture, you weren't sold out to the families, you weren't sold out to the intimidation of men, you were sold out to God. Amen.